Hey, what's up guys? This is Brian from Whisper Status 74, and this video is just to clarify the community a little bit, to catch up with you guys and to tell you what the channel actually is. Many of you joined the channel recently with the addition of the Oled series, and just in the last few weeks a lot of you guys have jumped into the channel, and I want to kind of clarify what the channel actually is. It is a discussion-based channel where we discuss tech, video games. We're not limited to that though. We talk about film, movies, Blu-rays, everything, and just life kind of in general and how it pertains to everyday life. All that said, I am not a sponsored YouTuber. I am not trying to be a personality. I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not selling anything. I don't have anybody sponsoring me or telling me what to say. I do everything clearly how I feel and what I feel to say, how I feel it relates to tech, and what I think you guys may find interesting. We have an excellent community here. This is actually a community, the group of us. There is 4,000 plus people there, and there is a good amount of you that I talk to every few days. The challenge with doing these videos as rapid as I do them is I can't rein in the comments. Now, what I mean by reining them in is that I am active in them. I get most of them, if not all of them. Where I do miss some of the comments is if your comment is attached to another person's comment and then they get YouTube Studio doesn't really grab them. This works in two ways. For me to, one, interact with you guys, to respond to your questions and to your comments, and also for us to have a discussion, meaning disagree with each other like any community or family. I don't want everybody on this channel to agree with me. That is not my intention. I don't know everything. I don't know half as much as a lot of you guys. So the idea behind the comments is for me to learn. I learn every day. I learn from you. You learn from me. We learn from each other. That is the whole concept. The channel was created because I had a number of defective displays that I returned, and it was something I dealt with alone. And I'm here for the community, helping you guys with returning displays, defective displays, whether it's video games, movies. But if something is defective, making the best choice and how to make a more informed decision. Not just analytics, not just numbers, but as a person to person, whether we're similar or anything like that, just to be relatable to each other. Not talk at you, but just talk with you. I speak to you very much as if I'm sitting in a room with you. There is no script. I have a general idea of what I'm going to talk about, and I just talk to you as if you're with me. That's why these videos get a little bit long. There are other channels that do TV reviews that are specific. Those channels can do reviews that are 7 or 8 minutes. I'm here to just deep dive into how I feel about certain things, whether it's video games, a specific show, whatever. That's kind of what is unscripted, and it's loose. I'm not going to be editing. There's not going to be any prompts for me to point to, or there's any music or anything like that. Nothing wrong with that, but YouTube is full of that stuff, and you choose what you want to watch, but it's never going to be that. The reason I feel the need to make this video is that the comments, when I'm not present in them, when I can't respond to them quickly enough, they tend to get very toxic very quickly. And this community is excellent at mitigating that. They're excellent at stopping it, which I don't really want that to happen either. I don't want people to jump in and try to defend me or cause drama for themselves. Why this happens is if someone makes a comment, then someone disagrees with it, which is fine, and then it gets toxic. There's somebody in that comment that is just asking a simple question that maybe needs help, that maybe is saying, hey, my new display is defective, can you give me a hand? And then they do is they retract that comment because they see the mess that's happening in the comments ahead of it. You want to disagree with me of what I think? That's fine. That's what I welcome. That's what discussion is. It would be called an agreeance channel. It's just discussion. I want to have those discussions because I learn from them. By talking about OLED or LED or Samsung or Nintendo or anything, talking about football, talking about, you're going to bring in hate. Now, this channel has been very good at avoiding that. I've done 500, 600 videos. There's a million of them, 500, 600 of them. They're out there, and I've caught all kinds of drama with a few of them. One was the Red Dead Redemption video where there was that fake HDR implemented. Now those videos got a lot of views. You can still see them on YouTube, and the toxicity in those videos was out of control. I couldn't even respond to the comments. It was happening so quickly. It was more about this display is garbage, this thing is crap. It was all this just putting other people down. I have none, zero interest in that kind of channel or that kind of community. None at all. I don't even mean even a little bit. I don't watch channels like that myself. I don't like toxic, where people love to fight and argue. And if you want to argue in terms of an argument, discussion based on I like this, you like that, that's fine. Discuss that all day. I don't care if it's freaking paragraphs worth. I like that kind of discussion. But this lack of ability to be flexible or ability to change your mind or to have a different thought process doesn't make sense to me. And I just end up kind of tuning it out after a while. So by those Red Dead videos, I was very excited to get back to regular content after that and just talk about the things that interest me. OLED is interesting to me. OLED is the display I recommend above all others. It is, in my opinion, the best overall picture quality that is available today. I'm very interested in the LG C9 and the LG C8 at 77 inches. Though, by doing these videos, the first few, blown away by it, matching it against my own display, thus putting down my own display in a sense where if you watch that video, the Doom video, I don't have a lot of praise for my own 900E. And certain people jump on board with that. They're very happy to hear that. And then I spend about a week with the OLED and I find some of its shortcomings, which in my opinion are there. They are valid. It doesn't take away my opinion that they're the best overall display and I think they're still the best picture quality. But seeing people about face and get very, very upset and attack me and others because I all of a sudden have a little bit of a change of what I think is something that I don't care about. I'm not interested in having a channel like that. So I'll be stepping away from doing content for 3 or 4 days, as the sun keeps poking out on my head, to respond to your comments, because I am behind. Some of you guys feel like I'm missing you or ignoring you. That is not the case, believe me. I am grateful to have that many comments to respond to, but I'm missing comments of people that need help, that are saying that their displays are defective, they have dead pixels. I need to get back to that. The comments that I'm seeing and that I'm answering here and there are ones where I'm kind of being attacked. I don't have the money to buy an OLED, attacking my finances, I'm not consistent, I'm flip-flopping. If you watch these videos thoroughly, I know they're long. You're watching those videos thoroughly. I'm telling you in the video that I'm gonna flip-flop. I told you in the OLED video we did yesterday, where I said it in the video was, shouldn't say I told you, but I said in the video that I'm conflicted. I love the picture quality. I love the way it looks. However, this, and this are brought to my attention. I don't love it. I will continue to change it. That's why I have a display for a month, is to kind of live with it as if you were living with it for a month. If you just bought it, this is what you would do. You would spend a few days messing with it, toying with it. And to be honest, toying with these things is exhausting. It's a week where fitness has suffered, sleep suffers, your diet suffers. It's a fun thing, but at the same time, it takes time and it takes you paying attention to it. So I think it's fun when it's not defective displays. But at the same time, guys, I'm doing this at a realistic pace, as if you guys were doing it. I release 2 or 3 videos, maybe 2 videos a day. I have 5 or 6 that I can release right now that I'm gonna hold back because I need to sort out the last 2 videos. The comments were getting out of control. Again, I don't mind you guys coming at me, or whoever it is, you're new to the channel, you want to tell me straight up that you don't like me or whatever, that's fine. But the minute it gets toxic, the minute you start attacking other people in this community, I will remove that comment. I'm not removing comments that disagree with me. I'm removing comments that are toxic and that are attacking the community. I have no desire to have a cringe-worthy channel where, one, I have to do videos like this, or to have to see people put each other down. I'm not interested in that. I'm also not interested in having an elitist channel either, where it's OLED or nothing, or flagship or nothing. I have no desire to do that. So bringing people's finances into it is not something I care to hear either. The battle with OLED, for instance, let's segue into this. OLED, like plasma before it, had that crazy delineation between 2 sides. who had it, who didn't have it, who didn't like it, who couldn't afford it, who could afford it, who wanted to guard the fact that they purchased this thing. People that get very protective that they spend a certain amount of money. I've been there. If you spend a certain amount of money on something, you want that to be the best of the best of the best of the best. I get that. But you spent that money, you spent that investment hammering other people that maybe disagree that you shouldn't have spent that money or they don't find value in what you spent is valid in their perspective. So to go on to YouTube and go to people's comments and start attacking their displays, that means you went through the video and then you went through the comments to find those that either agreed with you or disagreed with you. So nowhere in the video yesterday with the OLED, if you watched it, did I say that I was not going to buy one, that I was done with it, that I disliked it. I pointed out things that were shortcomings. There is not a perfect display on this planet. It's not micro LED. It's not going to be the new Hisense double panel. There is no perfection. They will all have some type of issue, even if it's just costs. Also, talking about the drawbacks of any of these displays is just me being honest with how they function in a daily environment. Not in a lab, not where somebody bought me one, not where I'm testing it for Sony or Samsung. It's just in my basement, crammed next to my other one. On the other side of that, a lot of you guys are very happy that I kind of came out and said, hey, you know, this isn't all it's cracked up to be in certain areas. That's not accurate either. The 900E did not beat the OLED in anything. I love my 900E and I love LED technology. I love OLED as well. I love plasma. I'm allowed, just like you, to like as many things as you want. I'm not a PS4 fan or an Xbox fan. I'm part of the PC master race, but I love console. That is okay. And that is my right to be that way. And that is what I'm conveying to you guys. It's not going to just be, hey, if you have a certain amount of money, you could be part of this community. The reason I do these videos, the videos about the Vizio and the TCL and even the Hisense, is that it's fascinating to see if these displays can help bring more of a flagship performance to a cheaper amount of, for cheaper value, for more value, I should say, for a cheaper price. What's wrong with that? So defending these higher end displays is not what I'm interested in. I think this year, personal opinion, the Sony A9G, the LG C9, and the Samsung Q90R are probably the top displays. Now, do I think these other displays knock it or beat it? I don't know if they full beat them, but I know there might be better value. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with finding value in a Vizio at a quarter of the price? That is a valid discussion. But the key word here, guys, is discussion, having a discussion. Not just saying, to hell with you, I'm out of here, this channel's this channel's that. I got several of those comments attacking me, my credibility. I have no credibility. I'm just here on this channel, just like you guys. I'm just a regular person, guys. I don't work for any of these companies. This is not my profession. I don't promise to be a scientist or anything like that. I'm just you. No different. No different. And I know many of you appreciate that. And for those of you that are new to the channel, I don't mean to come off harsh. I don't want this to be one of those videos, but I have to be honest. That's what this community is. It's for you guys to have a voice, to make your comments as long as you want. The problem is when I put out too many videos because I want to put them out, I have a lot on my mind, I get behind in the comments and I can't see what's happening. And then when I jump back into the comments, I see how toxic they've become. They will never get away from me. I don't care how large this channel gets, I'll stop the channel. There's no way I'll let it get so big that I can't jump back in and make sure that everything's okay. I'm more concerned with those of you that have something to say, not something to yell, not constant negativity. This sucks, that sucks, I hate this, I hate that. I'm not at all interested in that. And I'm not saying that don't be part of it. I'm just saying you're not going to find it here. You're not going to find it from me. You may find it in the comments. There are people down there that hate everything. Everything stinks. Everything's garbage. They're upset. They're mad at the world. That's fine. That's the way they can be. I'm not that way. I don't take the time, the limited time I have from my family and my own career to sit here and be negative or to complain or be upset. This is trash. That is trash. I won't trash other people's technology. I don't have to love it. I'll tell you where I don't love it. To me, the OLED has been amazing. It's an amazing experience. Why did I rent one instead of buy one? Why not? I suggest you do the same. OLED is a large expense unless you live outside of the US where it's a little bit cheaper than LED. It's a large commitment. Spend the money, rent one. But to expect someone else to spend, buy the Vizio right now, buy this right now, I'm too cheap to spend $7,000 on an OLED. Now look, in fairness, I've spent more than that on displays in the past, why I started the channel. And in fairness, I thought it was idiotic and irresponsible. I don't think you're idiotic or irresponsible if you spend that, but for me, I didn't think it was worth it. I didn't find it worth it to spend that kind of money. It doesn't mean that I won't in the future, but I'm doing the research myself and I'm sharing that with you guys, what I'm finding with OLED. So if you saw the first OLED video, watch them again. You'll see how wowed I am. You'll see how impressed I am. If that's the last video, that's not a realistic take. I'm living with this thing every day. So don't you want to hear the ebbs and flows? Don't you want to hear where I'm blown away by it, but there's those moments where I'm like, whoa, I don't know if I like that. They're not perfect, and I'll never tell you they are. I'm going to help you make the best decision that you can possibly make as your friend, as a person that knows as much as you. Maybe a little more, maybe a little bit less. But never, I know everything. That's never going to be said here either. And I'm allowed to defend myself, guys. In nature, believe me, I'm not somebody that lets people attack me. I don't think I give off that impression either. However, I'm not on here to start fights. I'm not in here to threaten people. I'm not on here to do any of that, guys. I have no desire to spend this time, my free time, as limited as it is, to take your free time, as limited as it is, to be toxic. Just no desire to do that. OLED is going to usher that in. If I'm loving it, it's going to bring in dislikes. If I dislike it, it's going to bring in dislikes. And I will not allow that to sway how I feel about it. This is what I see with my eyes. Yes, should the display be calibrated? Of course. But that means they should all be calibrated, professionally calibrated, and that's not realistic. I'm judging it by how it is out of the box and how I tweak it myself. And I can take videos and comments from other people and change it as I go. That's realistic. Me judging the display after it's been calibrated by Vincent, not realistic. I don't know how many of you guys have him at your house. Not realistic. So this video is just a little bit of explanation. I put these out every once in a while to kind of reset the community and to understand what we're all about. Toxic comments, guys, tend not to get a response. So if you're going to be really super toxic, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to respond. But I tend to respond to all of you. If you do need help for any reason and I don't get back to you, resubmit that question. Let me know, because right now the comments are getting built up and I have to go back and find them. I'll spend the next 3 or 4 days not releasing content so I can get back to the comments. And it's my pleasure to get back to the comments. It's not a chore. I'm nobody. I'm not famous. It's a joy to get back to you guys. This isn't work. What becomes work, though, is the toxicity, defending myself, defending other people. That's where the work is. I want to talk to you guys. I love having you guys in my life. I appreciate this platform that you have given me. I appreciate it. This channel is growing. It's growing slowly because of the way I'm being with it. Me saying these things doesn't inspire growth. It doesn't say, come join it and come be toxic. If I wanted the channel to grow rapidly, I would be as toxic as possible and it would grow, without a doubt. I have no desire to do that. No desire. I promise you it will never get that way. I will end it way before that happens. So even now I'm taking a slight break from it just to get back to you guys. And when I do that, you're going to see me start to respond to you. And again, I am very thankful. If I miss your comments, please resubmit it. I don't mean to ignore you. I'm having issues with Instagram, so if you're trying to hit me there, the direct message isn't working for me right there. I've had a hard time with the app, so hit me back here. But I want to thank each and every one of you for being part of this community. I hope this video didn't come off as too defensive or too negative. I just need to reset things a little bit. I wasn't putting down the OLED. I wasn't putting down my own display. I wasn't saying the OLED beat the 900E. The 900E is a 2017 display, a mid-range LED, which I happen to love. But guys, I'm open to all technology. I love the OLED. I'm very, very happy with it, but it's not perfect. So that said, thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you for listening to the very, very long video, and I will see you in the comments, but you won't see any videos from the channel for about 3 or 4 days. All right, talk to you guys soon, and I will see you in the comments. Take care.